Fresh off the heels of a terrible first season, somehow we are back. The characters are as self-involved as always.
Can't believe that Lily's perfect pink Chanel is just out there online.
My mother-in-law and her sorority sisters are coming over for afternoon tea.
I remember how the little strap just fell off Lily's shoulder.
Is this guy hot enough to be one of my hot fellas?
SJP is still holding on to that no nudity, missionary style only clause for dear life, while the other ladies have to bear it all, and in the first episode, no less. Kind of reminds me of the Atlantic City episode.
There, in the middle of my two great loves, were Miranda's two great breasts. Why not just show me yours and get it over with?
Chay and Miranda are as annoying and chemistry-less as ever. Charlotte is now in her rich mom era.
I am looking for this Chanel dress. Is it at this location?
I don't know.
Well, maybe you could look here in this little computer.
Spilled lipstick in your Valentino bag.
Oh, you spilled lipstick in my Valentino.
And these appointed POC/gay side characters are doing their duty supporting their respective white main characters. Everything is business as usual. Okay, so Carrie, the sketch columnist, always seems to pick and choose when she wants to be a sketch columnist.
My columns are about relationships, and when I do write about, it's just words. I write about, it's not love. What do I know about love? I write about sex. So I write porn, and I'm the sex column.
Here, Carrie's non-problem is that she can't say vagina in an ad.
Ever feel not quite right down there? Okay. I'm feeling not quite right up here. What is this?
Call it a vajayjay.
What?
Okay, fine, then get Cupcake to do it.
My vagina, my vagina, my vagina.
Carrie gets yelled at to just read the damn script, and she even drags her unrealistically supportive F-buddy into the mix, but she still doesn't do it and ends up ruining the entire podcast.
I hope you're happy now everyone's out of work.
Now, I dislike Carrie as much as the next avid SATC fan, but I don't buy that she single-handedly caused this podcast to perish just because of one ad. It already sucked. So this show, which is being broadcast during the height of inflation, climate change, skyrocketing rents, canceled student loan relief, and a select few megalomaniacal people working diligently behind the scenes to make its non-white, non-straight, non-rich, non-male citizens as miserable as possible on a daily basis, is giving us rich people problems in each episode. Seema's biggest issue for one episode was, no joke, having her Birkin bag stolen.
Someone just stole my Birkin.
No, where?
Right in front of my damn townhouse.
Relatable. She later ends up randomly finding it in a bush. Wow, so glad that non-problem resolved itself. Then she has issues with her hairdresser that also get instantly resolved. It's also pretty clear that she's Samantha's stand-in, and it just does not work. The Birkin storyline was a complete ripoff of Samantha trying to snag one for Lucy Liu. And the same with her punny clapbacks.
I pay you to blow me, not shrink me.
I paid good money expecting to be eaten out.
Charlotte is complaining about a Chanel dress that Lily can't even fit anymore. And the only reason Lily sold it, along with the other clothes that she probably can't fit or, ooh, here's a concept, doesn't like. Not everybody wants to wear pussy bows and mutton chop sleeves, Charlotte. Where was I? Right. She sold her clothes to buy a Nord keyboard that her parents refused to purchase.
You're on your own, kid.
Why not, though? They're clearly saving money by shoving both of their spoiled kids in one room. This doesn't stop Charlotte from carrying out on some girl making minimum wage at the not real, trying to track down the dress.
Listen, Eden, my husband is a partner at a major New York law firm, so you might want to watch your tone or I'm going to call your manager.
But should I really be surprised considering this is the same woman who let this gem slip out of her face?
It's really only $450,000.
Then we have this not Met Gala, Met Gala. We see Charlotte and LTW getting fitted for dresses. Relatable. Anthony fulfilling his role as the new expendable gay friend. Rest in peace, Stanny.
Ow!
First of all,
Ow!
Gets jerked around regarding his invite until Charlotte decides to invite him at the last minute.
I'm going to the Met Ball!
Oh no, LTW's useless husband wants And then she forgot to book her car. Now she has to walk to the event in this Valentino gown. Oh no, Carrie's dress designer for the not Met Gala is having issues with this bedspread she's trying to repurpose into a dress. So Carrie has to wear her trauma-laden Vivienne Westwood wedding dress instead.
I can't do this.
Oh no, Miranda got saline solution in her eyes while she was in the sensory deprivation tank, and now she's stumbling out, lamenting her new life.
The new me.
Oh no, Chay doesn't like the stupid outfit they're being pressured to wear for a show they don't deserve, and their narcissistic boss is trying to make them dress like a clown so they can match. And oh no, Tony Danza can't play Chay's Mexican dad on the show they somehow got, even though they're not funny at all. Relatable! So they offed Chris Noth for essay allegations, but brought back Bobby Lee. Okay. He and his wife also have zero chemistry, but then again, he did admit to being a teenager, so that would turn me off too.
She will not stop calling me.
Well, maybe she wants her credit card back.
Nah, she's not old enough to qualify for credit yet. She's not old enough to qualify for credit yet.
So I walked down Hooker Alley, and the girl at the end of this alley looked like Natalie Portman.
Oh, okay.
From The Professional. Yes, and then we went to this place at the Miami Hotel, and I make love to her, right? The moon through the curtains shine on her face. She was crying, and I felt so bad that I hollered at her afterwards.
Wow.
So we can get over with.
I'm still a piece of garbage.
Plus, he's like 20 years older than the actress who plays her. Also, the woman who designed this dress is dressing Carrie for this big, huge fake event. Okay, well then fine. Let's bring back the purse lady from season 6. I'm sure she's designing something for Bitsy.
I got on my bedspread for this.
Naya has a cheating ass husband who is currently treating her like a side piece.
Hey, Andre, turn on your FaceTime.
We're talking now. We don't need a FaceTime, babe.
Turn it on now.
Isn't it late there?
I miss you, baby. Wearing those panties you like.
No, don't put the phone down there.
I'm gonna put it down there, baby.
Stop. I'm not alone.
Who's there with you?
Wait a minute, who the fuck is that bitch?
That's Heidi, a backup singer. I'm helping her write songs.
And is desperate to turn a woman, any woman, into a single mother.
I want us to work out.
Do you have a plan for how that's gonna happen?
A surrogate.
Baby.
I guess his reasoning is it's not cheating if you want a baby.
Nothing happened yet.
The all-white writer's room drew inspo from one of the only black films they've ever seen.
He told me he hasn't cheated on me yet. He suggests a surrogate.
I need you to be the background in my foreground.
That's it, because Motel Girl plus the surrogate equals I'm done.
That white woman's probably the only one who will tolerate your smug ass.
Bye-bye patchouli incense, lame ass mixed media homage to Nubian women made of Korean weave hair.
Get your and get out.
LTW's husband is the phrase weaponized incompetence in human form. Honey, where's my tie? She finds the tie in like 2 seconds. Honey, you're doing too much work. Oh, so you're gonna take over some of my tasks? Nope. Here, let me lick your which is mostly for me so you feel less stressed out. Oh, that didn't work? You're still stressed out? Well, that's all I got. Even though Harry isn't bothering me, he's still just there. Luckily, his biggest offense for me is looking like the Planters Peanuts mascot for the not Met Gala. And Steve... Right. Charlotte and Lisa are literally creaming themselves over this damn MILF list. They're squealing about minors wanting to smash them.
We're number 2 and 3.
Oh, but it gets worse. Because then Edward Cullen walks past and the moms start throbbing. You know Sam Taylor Johnson is somewhere going, see, it's not just me. Clearly these women are so bored that they can't even be bothered to ogle each other's husbands, so they moved on to minors. Isn't this basically the storyline they were going to give Kim in the 3rd movie that made her nope out for good? Cynthia Nixon is putting in overtime hours to erase the original Miranda from existence. Normally level-headed, type A Miranda falls in love with one unfunny stud, and now she's basically become Carrie when she was manically chasing after Big.
Yours truly is going to California.
I may have to move to Paris.
I had no idea. No idea at all.
I don't want to say anything until it was real.
When did you plan on telling me?
When I knew more. Nothing's definite.
Oh, and you hooked up with a friend of ours, Melvin DeGaio.
Hey there, stranger.
Surprise. It's your new favorite person with your favorite cookies.
Bonjour. Voilà le French hat. Voilà le French pie.
I had no idea you're actually married.
Technically.
You were married?
Thought I told you.
No, you didn't.
I'm just hoping that this is one giant manic episode, and once Miranda comes down, she'll take her ass back to NYC and stay there. Miranda and Chay also have no chemistry. It is one of my biggest pet peeves to see two people fail at convincing me that they're kissing, let alone screwing. This was apparent in that strap scene. I guess Miranda's curiosity when Sam used one on Maria was foreshadowing.
How does this on work exactly? Is it belted?
Don't you think Miranda's they-them friend should have, helped her with it if she was into her? They could have even laughed about it and had a cute moment, but instead Chay's like, bitch, hurry up, I'm booked and busy.
Can we move this along? I've got a set at the Comedy Store at 9. Okay, you've got at least 10 more minutes.
Miranda practices mind control on yet another black woman so she could sneak her phone into Chay's taping.
Yes, ma'am, let me have your phone.
Phone goes in his pouch.
Huh?
Phone goes in his pouch. Okay, go ahead.
You gotta stop that baby from crying. I brought you something. It helps.
I am the professor.
You're the professor?
Why do you seem so surprised?
Well, your braids.
A law professor can't have hair like mine? Why is that?
Miranda's phone goes off because, duh, of course it did. All she had to do was put it on silent mode. Androids have silent mode, Miranda. Chay is pissed, obviously, because Miranda ruined the scene. Miranda finally acts like someone with some sense and decides to go back to New York to console her whiny-ass son who just got his heart broken overseas. Chay doesn't give a single damn, even though Ron Weasley is the reason that they met.
I've never heard him cry like that. It scared me. And hopefully I'll beat Brady home.
I'm sorry, you're leaving LA? It's a kid, and it's a breakup, and it's part of life.
And I'm still a piece of garbage.
Then Miranda lies to Chay and yells that the show will be huge.
The show is gonna be huge.
On this installment of And Just Like Ass, Carrie wears a giant tortilla chip on her head.
Nice hat.
Then she has a chance encounter with Lance Armstrong. Steve returns. Charlotte becomes a stage mom. Miranda continues simping. And Chay gets ratioed by a focus group. Miranda's manic episode continues as she navigates life during divorce. She wakes up to a shirtless Steve taking out all of his anger on a newly acquired punching bag, pretending it's Miranda's head. Ron Weasley, who was literally just snot bubble crying on the phone to his mommy in Amsterdam, has gone right back to being an insufferable little shit.
Do those headphones work?
Obviously not if I can hear you.
So Miranda's only respite comes in the form of a text message from her stupid they-them friend. But her joy is sucked away when the family convenes for therapy.
It's kind of off topic, but I'm not going to start college in the fall.
Brady announces that he wants to skip college and stay home for a few years so he can keep sleeping in and have his mom pick up his used condoms. Miranda, the lawyer, has completely lost her voice and is pretending to be okay with everything amid upending her entire family for a person who didn't even disclose their marital status.
How do you know Chay?
We were married, technically, still are.
Mom? This is not who she is, just so you know.
See, even his annoying ass knows what Miranda has become. An overly apologetic, voiceless dunce trying to bend and contort herself to be whatever Chay wants, and it's so sad to watch. Here she is, apologizing for her alarm going off.
I heard it. I'm sorry. I didn't go to sleep till 4. Hey.
For bumping into an oddly placed chair.
Oh my. Sorry.
For saying eat shit too many times.
They can eat shit too then. Eat shit and...
Stop telling everybody to eat. It's not helping.
Sorry.
Carrie accompanies Miranda to Chay's new apartment because apparently they can afford a super nice luxury apartment after filming one pilot for a future Me TV show that will more than likely require a laugh track. But first, surprise!
Oh, hi! I didn't know you'd still be here.
I'll be sleeping on the couch.
Later, Carrie, Chay, Lyle, and Miranda are in the bedroom discussing the impulsive marriage of Lyle and Chay.
We were married in Vegas by an Elvis impersonator. Both of us dressed as Elvis.
Janny was dressed as Priscilla.
Sounds like D-Rugs to me. Then Chay's stupid show gets rejected by a focus group. More on that later.
It sucked.
And Miranda is haplessly trying to be Chay's cheerleader, but it doesn't work.
You just have to pull yourself out of this. I'll be your cheerleader.
Miranda,
Woohoo!
stop.
Let's go.
Miranda, stop.
Let's go.
Stop!
Would you mind staying the night at your other place?
Oh, sure. So I'll see you tomorrow.
You know, honestly, I think I just need a few more days alone.
Miranda, I really hope it was worth it. So while Carrie is out and about actually listening to someone else's problems for a change, she holds up traffic in the bike lane and ends up causing a biker to eat it. Sorry, Seema. Guess you're gonna have to table Austin Powers for another day. Or forever.
Oh my God, I have to go. Listen, I gotta go, okay? Oh, I gotta go. Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Lance Armstrong endures Carrie's rambling for a few minutes, so it's obvious he finds her attractive.
Can I take you to an urgent care? Would you please, can I please take you to the urgent care?
All right, yeah, because my wrist is really starting to pound.
Nearest hospital.
Caroline, who just donated thousands of dollars to Enid's Old Lady magazine, doesn't bother to even offer covering Lance's medical bill.
Sir, the card you gave us earlier to put on file was declined.
So instead, thinking he's poor because his card was declined, she brings him a whole bunch of soup and offers to help him work on his project.
So I assume you are proficient in Python?
Once she realizes he's rich, Carrie decides to stay over, and then they end up making out.
Do you live here?
I live here.
Well, it's impressive.
We've sold 3 apps.
Carrie is not dumb. She stays chasing the bag. They're interrupted by Lance's business partner, and now I'm getting super strong Banky and Holden vibes from chasing Amy.
Dude, hang a towel on the door if you got company.
What the is going on here?
Sure.
Are you with her right now?
Yeah, I'm...
Seriously, dude?
Carrie's over it, so she dips, setting her up to spin the block for the 4th time with her favorite fool. Between Brady and Steve being unable to crack eggs, put bacon in a skillet, and put bread in a toaster.
Mom, I told you don't have to come all the way over here every morning just to make me breakfast.
The two of you would starve if I didn't.
Lance Armstrong answering the phone for another man while pre-coitus, and Seema's hypocritical 2-night stand introducing an inflatable to the bedroom, the men are still completely useless. Miranda walk of shames at home from her emotionally abused they-them friend to wake up her grown-ass son. Does he not have a phone with an alarm? Between this and the littering of used condoms, Louisa probably left him because she was sick of being his mommy.
I mean, surely you were tracking the RSVPs, right? On the paperless post?
I think so. I never hit send.
You had one job, Herb. One job.
What?
Oh my God, I forgot to order the cake.
They have food for 31 people to go around, so by the time they're done with all the oysters, lobsters, and hors d'oeuvres, I'm sure they wouldn't have room for cake anyways. Lisa abruptly announces that her dumbass husband is running for city comptroller, which he actually agrees to do.
Herbert is running for city comptroller.
I am?
At the Halloween bash, he's so concerned about the job his wife made him do that he uses it as an excuse to be a wet blanket about her dancing with Anthony.
Also, not great press optics, you dirty dancing with the devil.
At this same Halloween party, Naya, who looks absolutely stunning as Catwoman, is pissed that there is no single men around. Then Seema, who finally gets to do something other than be Carrie's assistant.
Let me call my cousin's office and get you an appointment later today. It's already done. I listed you on 3 different sites.
You need this for your book sales.
No, it's not an emergency, but she does need to be seen immediately.
Don't get in any photo near women with walkers. That'd be a brand killer for you.
I can have a crew here to take care of that tomorrow.
I should hire you to be in charge of my entire life.
Offers to take her and Carrie to a rich guy hotel. They go, and Seema and Naya immediately get chatted up. Seema's guy lets her know that he has ED and decides to, right there in front of her, start inflating his tire. This same guy will later throw a hissy fit after discovering Seema's vibrating friend.
Not cool.
We had B+ sex.
Okay, I guess that's now F+.
Seriously?
While their kids are off at summer camp, Charlotte and Harry utilize their bratless time by engaging in copious amounts of fully clothed woohoo. It is here that Charlotte once again is dealing with a penis emergency.
Where is it?
Carrie, who put a bunch of people out of work for not saying a word that rhymes with shmashmina, is freely and repeatedly saying another word that rhymes with fizz.
But to me, is like an old friend that gets on your nerves.
Charlotte gets to work on Harry's woohoo issue.
I do 3 sets of 10, 3 times a day, so you can suck it up.
Kegel exercises. All you have to do to stay tight is to tighten and release it for 10 minutes a day.
The Rock, who has never showed an interest in modeling, suddenly wants to model for Ralph Lauren after being approached by some creep at the park.
I was at the park and I landed in Aldi and this cool guy came up to me and wanted to know if I ever thought about modeling.
This is Ralph Lauren.
Harry's not on board.
Teen model. Next stop, rehab.
Because Charlotte desperately wants at least one of her children to be an extension of her, she throws herself behind Rock's modeling since she also used to model for Ralph Lauren.
Hi, I'm Charlotte.
Are you wearing all vintage Ralph?
Head to toe. I've been wearing him since I was a teen model.
I was a teen model when the Ralph Lauren store opened in New Haven.
Although Harry still objects, Charlotte is supervising at the end of the day, so Harry drops it. Besides, as long as she doesn't let Rock go to Jack Nicholson's house alone, everything should be okay. I think Enid is still salty that Carrie snagged Alexander Petrovsky, because she is a complete and total bitch to Carrie this whole episode.
Well, Carrie, why aren't I with him?
Because I am?
While Carrie was waiting for her POC emotional support friend, Jackie, to come back after getting the shits, she spots Enid, who was trying her hardest to ignore her at first.
What are you reading? Something wonderful?
It's my new book. If you ever felt inclined, to mention the book and ask Enid.
If I mentioned your book, I would have to mention everyone's book.
Does everyone have a book?
Well, I don't.
Enid declines and then immediately pitches Carrie on her own project, an old lady magazine.
I'm launching an online magazine focused on women our age.
Jackie is still in the bathroom, so Carrie returns to her other POC emotional support friend, Seema, to whine about her non-problem of being compared to an elderly woman.
Do I present as a 75-year-old retiree? Be honest.
All while wearing an elderly lady outfit. Carrie, you're an old fart. Just embrace it. Carrie eventually decides to use the Old Lady Magazine launch party as a chance to network and possibly write for Ask Enid. Bitsy and her shoulder pads are here as well. Carrie runs into Enid and says she wants to write for the Old Lady Magazine, but
I'd be honored to write for Vivant.
I don't want you to write 1,000 words. I want you to give $100,000. Due to tragic circumstances, your pockets recently got deeper, so...
Meanwhile, I bet Carrie still owes Charlotte 30 grand. Char, take notes. No, but seriously, Enid was way out of line here. So instead of just knocking her the fuck out at her own launch party, no less, Carrie claps back instead.
If I gave you $100,000, I'd have to give everyone $100,000.
Gotcha, bitch!
Luckily, all the awkwardness is dashed away once Carrie makes a donation so she can write for her Old Lady Magazine. See, money solves everything. Unless, of course, you're Lisa's mean-ass stepmother.
Do I not exist? I've been here since 7:15 and not so much as an hors d'oeuvre. You've approached me with that same hors d'oeuvre for the second time. This was the only seat without the air conditioning blasting on it.
Oh my God, I forgot to order the cake.
You forgot to order the cake? You forgot to order the cake. Shall I tell you why I never forgot to order the cake? Because
sit down and shut up. Move out of that seat and I'll split your lip.
Because Chay lives in an alternate dimension where they're booked and busy, ABC, yes, ABC, is interested in Chay Pasa. Instead of stacking their coins in case the pilot doesn't get picked up, or at least doing content on the side, they spend their evenings smoking and playing video games with their fellow stoners who are most likely half their age. Luckily, the writers have actually been listening to their pleb fans' criticism and finally inject some reality into the show when Chay gets roasted, dragged, bagged, and tagged by the focus group.
The whole Chay character was like a walking boomer joke that felt so fake to me. Just some bullshit version of what the non-binary experience is. It sucked. Also, they would not be able to afford an apartment that big in Bushwick.
Anyone else have anything negative to say about the character of Chay, played by Chay Diaz? Okay, looks like we got a Yahtzee.
Chay is at home cosplaying Snoop Dogg, they're so depressed.
How am I gonna afford this apartment?
I knew they couldn't afford this apartment. It has floor-to-ceiling windows. They better hop on OnlyFans in the meantime because that apartment looks like it's at least $6 to $10 million a month. Chay shoos Miranda away in what appears to be a soft launch into an eventual breakup.
Would you mind staying the night at your other place?
Oh, sure. So I'll see you tomorrow.
You know, honestly, I think I just need a few more days alone.
Y'all, I actually didn't hate this episode. On this episode of And Just Like Ass, Charlotte's ungrateful little brats reaffirm my choice to remain child-free.
That music is a little loud. Go. Please go. Mom, go.
Carrie repurposes the igloo dress from the Lizzie McGuire movie. Seema and Charlotte turn into bitter Karens.
I'm taking this to Yelp.
We need to be seen now.
Miranda and Chay finally break up. And Aiden. We open episode 6 with Carrie preparing for a Zoom interview with an idiot influencer who didn't even read her book.
Okay, so tell me about your new book, Loved and Lost.
I'm sorry, did you not read the book?
Oh my bad. What's it about?
It's a book about my husband.
And then her old-ass MacBook commits suicide. But that's no biggie. Unlike me, she has enough money to just buy a newer model, or 20. Seema proudly tells Carrie that she's contributing to the planet's ongoing demise by being one of those people who upgrades iPhones every year.
Had her for 8 years. 8 years? I upgrade my tech constantly. I already have the new iPhone.
Girl, we get it. You're obscenely rich. I just hope she's at least sending those phones to a refurbisher, but knowing her, Seema's just tossing them in the trash along with half-eaten, gold-encrusted Wagyu steaks and caviar. Because Carrie always needs at least one POC emotional support friend by her side, Seema is here, having apparently skipped eating to babysit her white friend's tech run.
Helping me pick out a computer instead of going to lunch.
And since she has no other friends besides Carrie, she invites her to vacation with her in the Hamptons.
You and me with our own 2-bed, 3-bath on the beach.
Yes. Yes, Seema, I will spend the summer with you.
Carrie and her pushy book publisher are now talking about Carrie's appearance at some old lady widow convention connected to her book, and then Rachel Dratch appears.
Carrie Bradshaw! Hi, stranger!
Wait a minute, who the f*** is that bitch?
Why not a cameo from Molly Shannon or Amy Sedaris, who we actually would have recognized from the OG series? Carrie needs a shot of external encouragement, so she asks yet another POC to come with her to the widow convention since Jackie is still spitting his guts out, and Seema already held her hand through a MacBook purchase. On the way to the Old Lady Widow convention, a humongous blizzard engulfs New York. Carrie attends wearing this insane Montclair coat gown. When Carrie gets a call from Charlotte, who is frantically running around the city trying to get her bratty daughter some condoms, Carrie dismisses her because although she needs her friends to be there for her at her beck and call, Carrie rarely reciprocates.
Carrie! It's an emergency!
Okay, well, best of luck to you.
Besides, Carrie don't use condoms.
Do you have any condoms?
Why do you think I would have any?
I did have an. The condom broke. Okay, that's another lie. There was no condom.
She finds out she has to speak at the dead husband convention and gets nervous, so she asks Chay, who isn't funny, to give Carrie something funny to say on stage.
Oh, come on, I need a joke. Let me joke. Okay. I wouldn't have come all this way in the snow if I'd known the widow wand was on back order.
Oh, brother, this guy's...
But she instead reads from her book, which ended up being just fine. Cool, so Chay didn't even need to be there. Carrie just needed to tick off her diversity quota checklist and have someone hold her purse. Chay hasn't been on screen for 5 minutes and is already being a dick because Miranda wants to cuddle and they don't.
And now I want to cuddle.
Oh, cuddle.
Chay can't afford their apartment, so they're doing cameos for cash in the same bed as Miranda, who's trying to sleep.
Hey, this is Chay Diaz, wishing Rory Upton a very happy birthday.
I'm sorry, what's happening?
But Chay, of course, gaslights Miranda into shutting up, even after receiving an unsolicited boob photo.
These are the only way that I can make any money right now, so please don't shit on it.
Is that it?
Sometimes they send me messages back.
I'm pretty sure if Chay were a man, Miranda wouldn't be okay with this. I'm not sure why Chay couldn't just go to the other room and do these, but Miranda eventually gets some sense and leaves. Miranda eventually comes back to her marital home. Steve comes in, literally choosing violence, which was the proper choice because Miranda, the one who blew up her entire family just so she could have guilt-free sex with a married stoner, has the nerve to ask Steve when he's finding a new place because Miranda is sick of going from Naya's to Chay's to their house.
I'm not moving.
What do you mean you're not moving? You said in therapy that you would find a place.
Did Miranda blow all of her savings on California? The show presents all of these women as financially well off, so it makes no sense why she can't just get a new place instead of buying a used twin mattress and sleeping in a little room. Hell, in the first movie, she rented a new apartment immediately when Steve cheated, so what's the problem now? But then Steve gets fed up and completely reads Miranda down.
Then
This is my house.
you should tell that to the mortgage that has only my name on it.
All of it is my house. You never wanted to come here to Brooklyn.
Steve, we're not moving to Brooklyn.
I don't go to Brooklyn.
Neither do I. I'm a Manhattan girl. I can't move to Brooklyn. I don't like anything not Manhattan.
You never wanted me.
This isn't gonna work, Steve.
There's good stuff here.
Not enough.
You never even wanted Brady.
I'm pregnant. Why would I tell him I'm not having it?
Finish her. So why don't you go find a new place and get the f*** out of our lives?
And despite the terrible acting, where were the lies?
This kitchen! I built it! This floor! The fireplace! The f***ing bookshelf!
I never learned to read.
Steve instantly feels bad for what he said, which sends Miranda preparing to run back to Chay crying. She and Steve end up spooning together, and then Miranda finds a condom wrapper.
What's this?
Hey, I'm a bartender and I'm cute.
Girl, what did you think he was working out for? When Miranda goes to Chay, she immediately gets dumped.
I mean, from where we are now, this probably isn't gonna get better.
Good. Why are they spooning? Post-breakup, while Carrie is hanging out with her backup POC emotional support friend, they ask if Miranda is ghosting them.
Define ghosting.
Okay, that's a big yes.
Isn't that what happens when you break up with someone? But then again, should I really expect common sense from someone who is still married?
Well, technically.
Then the writers give Chay a stray puppy to save to make her more likable, and guess what? They still aren't likable. Good to know Carrie still has those pipes, though. Meanwhile, across town, Naya and Miranda go to a bookstore so Naya can learn how to make a souffle. Miranda stumbles into a Jane Austen reading and immediately falls in lust with the woman who was reading Pride and Prejudice.
I was listening to you read just now inside.
Yes, I noticed you.
You noticed me?
Right away. So you know my name? What's yours?
I'm Miranda.
Miranda. You've really got me going.
I honestly thought this scene was a daydream because it felt so cheesy, but at least they have chemistry, unlike her and Chay.
Nope. He sleeps like a dead man, and honestly, I am so tired.
No! God, please, no!
I'm kind of learning my lines.
I want to cuddle.
Oh, cuddle.
Miranda, looking amazing, heads out on her date. She's doing tongue exercises on the way to Jane Austen's place, preparing for the best Valentine's date ever, but
Oh! No worries, I'll clean it up later.
Yeah, I just stepped in cat poo.
Oh, I left the sheets in the laundry room. Do you have any quarters? There are menus. Make yourself comfortable.
Miranda's over it and eventually leaves. Besides, Jane Austen was gone for a pretty long time without a coat, so she probably froze to death. Carrie and her main POC emotional support friend are headed to the spa for Valentine's Day massages. Carrie is wearing this. But then Seema completely Karens out on a minimum wage worker for a policy that she didn't create.
Wonderful. One couple's massage.
Oh, no, sorry. We're not a couple.
It says 2.
Yes, 2 people, separate massages.
We're only doing couples massages today because of the holiday.
What holiday? Last I looked, it was Thursday. Banks are open. Mail's being delivered.
Well, it's just something nice we do on this day to celebrate couples.
Aren't they celebrated enough?
Why the hell can't Seema and Carrie just get the damn massages anyway? Y'all don't want to talk to each other during the massage? Or does Carrie not want to be faced with the possibility of showing a bare arm? Charlotte's up. After berating a 19-year-old working at The Real Deal, she's now Karening out on a black woman at the front desk who is literally just doing her job.
I took you out of science lab for this. I mean, who do they think they are? We're not even in Manhattan. Hi again. We need to be seen now.
They are before you.
Well, are they on charging stations all over the city? Rock has other appointments today at IMG and Elite in Manhattan.
So anyway, Rock didn't like the way Charlotte handled things at the Not Manhattan agency, so they decided to just drop modeling.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Wait, what?
Next week, Rock will be begging her mom for something else she'll quickly lose interest in. Speaking of ungrateful brats, the parenting on this show, minus LTW's family, leaves a lot to be desired in my opinion because Miranda and Charlotte's ilk run them.
Do those headphones work?
Obviously not if I can hear you.
My son called me a bitch because I sent his girlfriend home and forced him to do his homework.
Is it a bad idea to let them have in the house?
Wait, Lily, where are you going? We don't walk away from each other in this family. There are 300 people, 130 challahs, a rainbow high, and a trans rabbi.
I'm not doing it. I don't believe in it.
While Rock is soaking up all the attention from their Ralph Lauren campaign, Lily starts whining about Charlotte forgetting to make a reservation at Nobu, which she planned to be a prelude to her first time with some dude named Blake.
You're 17 years old. Go to Shake Shack and call it a day.
I can't lose my virginity after lunch at Shake Shack.
Why would she just announce something like that?
Charlotte goes to talk with Lily about losing her V-card, and Lily doesn't give a single fuck.
So? Really glad that you opened up to us about this, because my parents made it seem like it was something that just... Can I start playing again?
Later, during the blizzard, Lily abruptly leaves to go to Blake's house.
I'm going to Blake's. Bye.
Then Lily calls Charlotte and demands she get her condoms.
Blake doesn't have any condoms. Well, you tell him right now to go out and get some.
He's afraid the drugstore near here will tell his mom.
I'm with Charlotte. Why can't her little boyfriend just go to a different pharmacy? Make him work for it, Lily. He got you going to his house during the blizzard. However, the burgeoning sociopath threatens to accidentally get pregnant.
I'm not about to go out in the middle of a blizzard to get you guys condoms. Blake Googled how to pull out. We can just try that.
Okay, bye.
After manipulating her mother into getting her the baby blockers, Lily shoos her away.
I got you the assorted pack. There is classic, thin, rib.
Now remember? And the snow is blowing in?
In a much less infuriating household across town, LTW, who is clearly the only active parent on the show, is suspicious of her son's new girlfriend, Baxter. Her name would be Baxter. And her lack of boundaries.
Hi!
Mom.
And respect. Of course, her dumbass husband doesn't think anything of it.
She acts like he's her property or something.
Well, he is not her property, and he's not your property.
That is, until they catch her with the aid of her son in Lisa's closet.
I just wanted to get a pic with this awesome purse for my Insta. Hope it's okay.
I really wanted to see Lisa turn into a stereotypical black mother because this is definitely the time and place for it. But instead, she sees Little Miss Klepto out, and Herb gets in Corbin Blue's ass instead.
Your mother's closet? Have you lost your mind?
Charlotte, take notes. So Lily's weak-ass boyfriend ends up dumping her right before Valentine's Day. So now Charlotte and Harry are trying to plan to be out of their own house. Well, it's Trey's house, technically.
It's not your apartment.
Because Lily is throwing a party for 2 people in their kitchen. This little girl got the wish of tons of orphaned children is being a complete bitch to her mother, who had the audacity to bring her and her 2 friends who don't even like her.
Those mean seniors made fun of her original music.
Some cake for their party.
I got you girls a Valentine's Day cake. We don't need it.
And then Charlotte eats a laced brownie.
Oh my God! I'm having a stroke!
And just like that, Charlotte died.
Okay, let's recap. Lily indirectly ruined Carrie and Big's wedding.
Could you put Carrie on the phone, please?
Who let the dogs out? Get these dogs out of here!
She ruined Charlotte's cream Valentino skirt.
Look, Mommy. Look at me. Me. Really?
Her piano concerto kept Carrie away from Big long enough for her to find him mid-croak. She ruined her mom's dinner party over Tampon Gate.
I'm ready to learn how to put in a tampon.
Now?
Yes, now let's do it before I change my mind.
Guys, what's taking so long? Everybody's hungry.
She wrote a song dissing her mom for giving her a luxurious life.
Park Avenue streets, where do they lead? I'm not allowed to be me. I'm a good girl,
She made her mother run out into a potentially dangerous blizzard to get her protection. She kicked her mom out of her own house, well, Trey's house.
It's not your apartment.
To throw a party for some bitches who made fun of her. One of her friends brought laced brownies that Charlotte ate, which honestly very well could have unalived her under very strange circumstances.
You didn't have a stroke. You do have a pretty significant amount of tea in your bloodstream.
I ate a homemade brownie that one of Lily's new friends brought over.
I'm just saying, maybe she and Brady should get together and wreak havoc on their parents together. Charlotte at least gets something out of her not near-death experience. She needs to get her own life.
I'm a momager for Rock, a maid for Lily. What happened? I'm gonna call Marcus Sabian and I'm gonna ask him if the job that he offered me at the gallery is still available.
Hopefully Mr. Andrews still has a job for her because that offer happened like a while ago. Carrie wakes up in her tiny bed to an email from Aiden. Now, remember, when she was with him, he already had his own business, a place in the country, a place in the city, was helping fund Steve's bar, and was able to purchase 2 apartments in Manhattan. But Carrie is a big bag chaser. So upon learning that he sold his furniture company to West Elm, and since she can't cheat on him with Big again, she wants that old thing back. This is Carrie's world, and she's the main character where everything always goes well, even if it shouldn't. So of course, she gets an email back from him relatively quickly. Not only that, but he invites her to dinner on Valentine's Day. So after a restaurant mix-up, Aiden materializes, looking like Rhythm Nation era Janet Jackson. What the f*** is he wearing? The date went well, I guess, so the next stop is Carrie's old apartment. You know, the apartment he bought along with the one next to it when he thought they were going to get married. The apartment with the floors he sanded while she was getting her back blown out by her married ex. The apartment where Carrie lost his dog, because she was arguing with her married ex. Seeing this slab of bricks literally re-traumatizes Aiden to his very core, and the bad memories come flooding back. Carrie actually tries to persuade him to just ignore all of that because she put up some new wallpaper.
I'm never going in there again.
It doesn't even look the same. Like I hung wallpaper and I've repainted.
I should go.
Good. Aiden, baby, you're doing great. Y'all linked up and she's the same terrible person she was when you were with her. Now take your ass back to Virginia and go be with your boys. Wyatt Earp and Tate and the other one. Gomer Pyle or whatever his name is.
Hey, fuck it. I have hotels, right? Bruh.
What? Carrie and Aiden are holed up in a hotel, clapping cheeks and eating $50 omelets. Although I'm irritated by these two morons, I have to admit, this is the happiest Carrie has ever looked in the 2 seasons this show has been on. She can't cheat on him again with Big, and he has more money than he did when they were together, so Carrie can finally allow herself to have stronger organisms with Aiden. She's even showing her arms, you guys. While the sun is blocking the shot, Carrie puts her foots all over Aiden's stomach in a metaphorical display of her walking all over him. Then Aiden tells her she wants him to meet Wyatt, Gomer, and Tate.
I'd like you to meet my boys.
I would like that too.
It's literally been a few weeks. Hey kids, want to meet the little lady who cheated on me, married the guy she cheated on me with, and is now only into me because he's dead?
Will, I love you.
Because Carrie is gonna carry like she usually does when she gets even the slightest bit of attention from an XY, she completely goes ghost and abandons all prior engagements to rearrange her life for a man yet again.
When he's back in town next, that we would love to take the 3 of you to dinner.
Seema is understandably pissed off.
We were thinking that when Aiden's here again, week after next, I might go back down with him.
You're gonna go to Virginia?
Well, I want to meet his boys. They're 14, 17, 20. And his weeks, he has the boys at the farm.
You are actually thinking of going down there and spending time there with him and the kids?
Yeah, I am. You know, every now and then when he's not up here with me. When he's back in town next, that we would love to take the 3 of you to dinner.
You and me with our own 2-bed, 3-bath on the beach.
Yes. Yes, Seema, I will spend the summer with you.
Send me some dates, bitch.
Carrie is most likely on her way back to the hotel for more cheek clappage, so she's wearing a bathrobe and some Birkenstocks outside while chatting with Miranda after lunch. Miranda, the one who's going through a divorce, who dumped her ex-husband and then abruptly ran off to Cleveland to follow an emotionally abusive stud around the world, tells Carrie to slow down.
Should you maybe take a beat here? You're moving so fast. I'm gonna take care of it. I've met someone. I'm in a cab on my way to the airport, to Cleveland. I'm gonna surprise Chay at their show and tell them that we can be together.
Girl, shut up. Then, Carrie tells Miranda this.
I've been asking myself, was Big a big mistake?
What? Your friends literally tried to tell you this every single time y'all got back together, or were about to.
What? You're sleeping with Big?
Have fun, just don't have amnesia.
What makes you think it's gonna be any different this time?
How many more times are you gonna go through this? Carrie, he was such an ass. He is bad for you.
But now that he's deep sixed and you're spending all of the money he left you on overpriced ass kitchen utensils with Aiden, now he's a mistake? So I guess if Aiden croaks, you're gonna email the Russian, if he's still alive.
My lover is not old. He is in his lover perfect early 50s.
How much time?
Till Wyatt's out of his teens.
That's 6 years.
It's 5. His birthday's next week.
And then say Aiden was a mistake? Writers, y'all are not about to retcon Big. Like the whole show wasn't about you trying to lock him and his eyebrows down. It's just a show, Aspen. It's just a show. The writers are still trying and failing to make Chay likable, so we cut to them at their job, and then Carrie randomly shows up to ask them for a favor. Duh. Why else would she be there?
You know how you're always complaining about how much you hate your Airbnb renters. How about you rent to me? Aiden and I are spending a fortune on hotels.
Why don't you just stay at your apartment?
It's a long story.
Yep, Carrie, in her bid to please a man who shouldn't even be dating her if he can't walk into her apartment, asks if Chay can let them use their apartment for guilt-free bone sessions. This will certainly not end badly.
Building management.
Also, Chay is a terrible Airbnb host. How do you not even have forks and spoons for your guests?
Where's the salad tongs? You see salad tongs? Where's the peppermill? Where's everything?
Chay's like 5 hangers in there.
Yeah, I noticed you were short on some items.
I'd be mad as hell if I had to spend all this money to stay in this apartment and now I have to run to Target to get some damn silverware. Do better, Chay.